literally just came from the theater from seeing him, and let's give my recap, review, explanation. Spoilers coming towards the end. I thought it was an okay movie. It's not what I expected, but it was okay. It was okay. I think the acting was phenomenal. Marlon Wayans, no doubt about it. We already know. Love seeing him in those kind of roles, and he was genuinely giving crazy, diabolical, unhinged. He was serving it because he was pissing me off. Even Tyreek, who played Cameron, who was him in the movie, I think he did an amazing job. I don't know if he's played in other things or if this is his first role, but for me, he did amazing. This is my first time seeing him, and I thought he did an amazing job. I cannot lie, there are some very disturbing images. If you are not paying attention, you will be confused. If you are not somebody who likes to read between the lines and pick up on the hints and the clues, you are going to be like, what the hell did I just watch? So I had to go and do my little research. Plus, I missed about good maybe 2 minutes of the beginning of the movie. But apparently the movie starts off with Cameron and his dad drilling into him that he has to be the greatest, he has to be the GOAT. They idolize this football player, Isaiah White, who's played by Marlon Wayans. And now we see Cam in modern day, surrounded by family, but he seems to be very, very, very mentally going through something. He is attacked by a fan or whoever, causing a very severe head injury that is career ending. He is going through the motions of, what am I going to do? What am I to do without football is the question. His agent gets a phone call from Isaiah White's camp stating that he is willing to help him get back on the field with training. Of course, he has idolized this man his whole entire life, so why not go with this opportunity? He shows up, there's a bunch of insane fans camped outside of the middle of nowhere, desert, literally, dry as fuck. He gets to, I guess, his Isaiah's home or his camp or his compound. I don't know. It's giving very much cult. I don't know. He gets there, very weird energy. He finds him doing some stuff with some animal bones and very, very weird. But he's like, hey, you know, I see the greatness in you. I want you to be great. Let's have fun. He takes his cell phone. Immediately, I'm like, But I know sometimes these intense camps, they might do take your cell phone. So there's no big deal. No, nothing crazy. He eventually starts training. They're checking him, and he's doing physicals and all these things. Seems pretty normal. Then things starts to get weird when he injects him with a random syringe, which he didn't question too much about what he was putting inside. It appeared that there was blood being inserted in him, and never once did Isaiah really truly question. But you often see Isaiah going from like this innocence to something very, very like dark and deranged, and then Isaiah White just really truly shows his colors. Played by Marlon. Marlon was legit bona fide crazy in this movie. Very disturbed. Some very, very intense scenes between these two characters. Now, things start to get real. Once the 7 days of training is up, Cam meets with the team's owners, and they're like, hey, you're the next big thing, let's do it. Suddenly he wakes up on a cold ice bed, and what the heck is going on here? Isaiah's blood is being completely injected into his body. He finds Isaiah laid out, and Isaiah then explains what the hell is really going on, how there can only be one GOAT, and Isaiah is not willing to give up his spot quite yet. And it's not even Isaiah's blood that's going into him. It's many, many GOATs ahead of them. It started with these other mentors and ended with Isaiah. But again, I was under the impression that Isaiah wanted to make Cam the next him, but come to find out that really was not the situation. Isaiah was not ready to give up his spot, and only one man was going to make it out of here alive. Him and Isaiah and Cam fight to the death. Cam wins. Now the owners want to continue with their ritual, sign on the dotted line, pretty much sell his soul. Cam was not with the shits. He's looking at them. He notices a familiar face, somebody that he met as a child with his dad. There's a photo of the owner, his dad, and him. So come to find out, or at least this is the theory I'm getting, the father, Ben, set this up for his son to be in this position. The goal was always to have Cam be the GOAT. So the father, I feel, made this arrangement from day one when he was young, and eventually they came to collect. And I almost think Cam's dad's death was a sacrifice. I know it came off as if the doctor was the sacrifice, for those of you who watched the movie, but I think his dad was actually the sacrifice. He's in the position it is. Like the guy said, we've been grooming you since you were a little boy. So this was always set up. And that goes to show you that Isaiah wasn't quite the villain, because he was just playing his part and doing what he was told to do. But when he realized how great Cam was, he didn't want to give up that spot, and that's why he fought for it. But if you pay attention to little things that he would tell Cam, be better than me, don't be me. It was almost as if he was trying to warn him, like, don't go down the road I went down, because there's no turning back once you join this cult situation. So that's what I gathered from the ending. I was not too thrilled about it, because I'm like, he did all of this with one arm. He slaughtered all of these people with one arm. But like I said, I feel like Jordan Peele likes to give us the fairy tale happy ending, because a lot of black films don't necessarily always get to end well for us. You know, we always the first to go in the movie or something or whatever. And I feel like he goes against the realism of it all and gives us the fairy tale ending, which is him not signing on the dotted line and slaughtering him and putting the end to this whole entire thing. Just like in Get Out, he had an alternate ending. Instead of him going to jail, he got to ride off in the sunset with his homeboy. So I get it. Overall, I'm going to personally give it about a 6 out of 10. Just my personal opinion. I want to watch it again, not in the theater where I can really pay attention and tap in. But it's not something I feel like was like, oh my God, this was amazing. It wasn't like a Get Out or Us. And not that I want to compare work of Jordan Peele's, but this one was a little more like hard to grasp, or I feel like it could have been done better. I feel like more could have been done, a better storyline possibly, but everything was symbolic. Like if you like movies that's simply symbolic and you got to figure it out, this is the movie for you. If you like things to just be straightforward and kind of like, oh, then this ain't the movie for you. But again, 6 out of 10, I would still recommend.